You know, the ultimate revenge, okay, the ultimate revenge is not looking hotter or posting more stories on your social media, on your Instagram, and it's definitely not texting. I hope your day is okay, good morning, good night, just to show that you're unbothered. No, my friends, the ultimate revenge. In this video today, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. This is about living like they don't even exist. Living like they never broke you. How'd you do it? Watch this video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in a much requested video, how do you do this? It's also not about you want to get revenge on a narcissist, because I never recommend that. Or even anybody, there's no point. I think with people like this, there's definitely a knack to it. There's definitely a way going forward, but it's never about trying to get revenge and stooping down to their level. And I know I've talked about this in other videos and certainly on the live streams, but this isn't about you getting your own back. You're not going to be playing mind games like they did. What's the point? You're not at their level. So that's what you have to remember. Like, that's not what you're going to be doing. No, there is another way around this, and it might not satisfy your ego, but then again, do you really want to be living like that? Do you really want to be living in your ego like them? No. This is where you get your own power back. This is where you think about things differently. Don't ever do that. And that's why I want to talk about in this video. It's not about you getting your own back or one-upmanship. It's not about that. This is how you gain your own power, and you'll realize that you have more power than you think. And this is why the narcissist or the toxic person wanted to put you down, is because they know this and they want to claim that from you. But this is how you reclaim yourself. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make a narcissist regret losing you. Might not always know there and then, but in time it will become apparent. And you don't even have to lift a finger. No games, no drama, just truth, healing, and a level up so loud that they'll feel it in their soul. Let's get into it. So the first part that you have to really realize is that narcissists don't expect you to leave. Yeah. And you're probably saying, Anushka, really? Yeah, they don't expect that you will leave. Most narcissists believe that you'll stay because they feel that the way that they are, the way that they've made you feel, that they're so wonderful, they're so great that you're not going to see it. And I did a video all about this, that one day. I think it was one previous to this. I'm going to link it up here. And this is about that day where you realize you see things for what they are. And they don't expect that you will get to that point. You see, that's the issue. They don't believe that people have a threshold. You see, they're so entitled in their thinking. And this is the fantasy thinking that they have. And this is why all of their behaviors, everything that they do is flawed, because the truth always does come out. They think that you are not going to see it. But the fact is, if you look, like even on this channel, in the comments, even on the live stream, you see how many people have realized, have woken up and can see what is going on. Please don't think that you're alone or you're the only one in this. People see through it, because at some point, things don't match up. Things just don't flow. And I feel like on a subconscious level and on an emotional level, you know that there's something not quite right here. You realize that you were the giver. You were the fixer. You're the one that's got to do everything. You're the one that's always forgiving them for things that like you haven't done or they did. There's always you're always ending up being the problem. So when someone behaves in that way, this is what you've got to remember. People behave in patterns. That's how you understand a person, by the way that they behave. You become predictable. And that's how the narcissist worked you out. They ask those specific questions right at the beginning so that they can get to understand you, know your triggers. And then once they understand you, once they know that your behavioral patterns, you become predictable. So that's how they're able to read you and be one step ahead. And on another level, yeah, you probably did the same thing too, but not to that kind of like hyper awareness that the narcissist has done. So when you change things, or when you become or when you're different, it threatens them because they don't know your next move. So this is where this becomes your weapon against them. They don't expect you to rise. The psychology of regret in a narcissist. And I thought like it was really important to kind of include this in the video here. It's narcissists don't regret the way that me or you regret. They don't think, oh, I've hurt a good person, I shouldn't have done that, or I'm such a bad person, I should change. They don't think like this. Their regret sounds more like, how did I lose control of them? Like, how did this happen? Who are they becoming without me? Why are they glowing now that I've gone? They regret losing access to power. That's what it is. Can you see how different this is? How different the narrative is? It's the ability to be able to pull your strings. They need to be the ones that are in control what happens next in every instant. But here's the kicker, right? The more peaceful, the more centered, the more unreachable you become, it messes with their ego. That's the golden nugget. When you're dealing with someone who is toxic or someone who is narcissistic, you're not dealing with someone who is healthy and normal. You know, I say that loosely because they don't interpret things, or they don't see things in the same way that me or you do. So you have to behave in a different way. This has to happen in a different way if you are the one that's going to rise. And I'm not saying that you want to get revenge. It's just the fact that you need to kind of get rid of this person because you can't have them in your life. So how do you make them regret losing you without contact? So how do you make them regret everything without chasing, proving, or even lifting a finger? So let's break this down, okay? This is how you do it, okay? Go silent, go still. Just go ghost mode, literally. There's no dramatic exit. There's no like, oh my God, you're gonna miss me. I was the best thing that you ever had. How could you do this to me? None of this. You don't do any of this because they're not listening. They don't care what you're going to say. They're not listening. Do you remember, like what I said earlier on in this video, they think differently. Your absence becomes a vacuum. You become more magnetic. They can't stand it that they are not the center of your world anymore, that they can't control you. That is ultimately what the issue is here. You need to heal loudly, but also privately. Glow in real life, but just not online. Don't post this online so that everyone can see. This is not what you do. You don't need them to see this. This is how you get your power behind the scenes. Don't post this. Get strong. Learn something new. Stop thinking about them. Go and do different activities, different hobbies, discover new things, go and meet new people. Get into the best relationship of your life with yourself. For example, one of my clients, Zara, she started solo traveling. Like she went traveling for like 3 years after her relationship had ended, and this is what she did. She connected to herself. She began to understand herself, get to know herself for the first time in her life. Zara, you know, she just wanted to get to know her and heal and get away. And I also feel like that's also quite therapeutic because like you change your environment, your surroundings. This is also very healing, and it forces you to get to know other people, to make connections with others. And oh yeah, and then she said to me that when Zara was on her travels, the narcissist had messaged her and said, hey, guess what? I had a dream about you last night while she was traveling. And then he, like 2 moments later, he wrote, I miss us. After like 2 months of no contact, this is what he messages her. And I think some of you also are going to probably get these kind of messages or get these types of communications. But you know what Zara did? She never replied. She was just like, yeah, I'm done. She didn't even say that to him. But can you see how her silence was her power? She was just like, whatever, I'm doing my own thing. You don't exist in my world, in my reality anymore. That's power. That's true authenticity. And that leads me on to my next point. Say nothing when they get back in contact with you, when they start to hoover you. What is the point? How many more times are you going to go around in this cycle? How many more times is it going to hurt you? Learn your boundaries, learn who you are, and stick up for yourself. They don't have access to you anymore. That's it. None of these good morning, goodbye texts, how are you? Who cares? We don't care. This is where you rise. They don't have access to you anymore, so don't allow someone. What you've got to do is you've got to build a life where they can't enter it, okay? This is about you doing you. You building your life, okay, on your terms, the way that you want it. Because you know what? It is your life. You only get one, and this is how you do it. You're in charge of you. Build your career. Redecorate your space. Go traveling. Cut off all the kind of the flying monkeys or the people that you have in common. Make new friends. Create new experiences, new memories. That is what is important. That is how you reclaim your life. So here's the truth, okay? Narcissists don't believe that you are going to survive without them, because they feel that they've got this hold, this control over you, and that actually you belong to them. This is all very territorial. They have to claim you. And again, this is all about power, because they want to be able to control you. And that's all that it literally stems down to. And they think differently to the way that me or you do. You're never going to understand them, and you're never going to have a healthy relationship with someone that is like that. So the sooner that you realize this, the better it will be for you to be able to move forward and reclaim your life. If any of the points that I've talked about today have resonated with you, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. I also go live on this channel once a week. Please check the community tab for more details of when I am going to be going live. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.